श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ अखण्डानन्दसम्बोधः वन्दनात् यस्य जायते गोविन्दं तमहं वन्दे चिदानन्दतनुं गुरुम्. So yesterday we saw the disciple asking 7 questions, and the previous day another question. So totally the disciple has asked 8 questions. The questions are like this: I am seeing things through pratyaksha, direct perception, and it cannot be negated. Whatever I am seeing, they have a continuity, so it cannot be negated. So how can you say that it is illusion, mithya? It is false. Let us take it as false. How can you say it is false? Okay, that is the first question. Then he said, what is atma? What is self? Then what is anatma? The definition of anatma. What is non-self? Then he went on to say, what is knowledge? Jnanam. What is ajnana? Ignorance. How can I get rid of the sorrow, etc., dukkha, etc., that is gained through ajnana? How to gain the happiness, etc., that is gained through the jnana? And how is this atma, anatma superimposition takes place? These are the 8 questions. What is self? What is non-self? How does this superimposition take place? Then what is knowledge? What is ignorance? And how to get rid of the sorrow, etc., which is gained through ignorance? How to gain the happiness, which is gained through knowledge? These are the 8 questions. Now, Guru answers. Shri Guru Vacha. Guru answers this. Now, we have to understand the disciple, when he put the final question, when he concluded his questions, he addressed his Guru as Swamin, Shri Guru, and Karunanidhe. He called him, O Lord, O Guruji, and O repository of compassion, ocean of compassion. Please tell me this, as you explained to me earlier. Now, after listening to this, Guru answers, dhanyaḥ kṛtārthastvamaho vivekaḥ śivaprasādastava vidyate mahān, visṛjya prākṛtalokamārgaṃ brahmāvagantuṃ yatase yatastvam. dhanyaḥ kṛtārthastvamaho vivekaḥ śivaprasādena vidyate mahān, visṛjya prākṛtalokamārgaṃ brahmāvagantuṃ yatastvam. Guruji is happy seeing this disciple. Guruji is happy seeing this disciple. He says, dhanyaḥ, tvam dhanyaḥ, you are blessed. Dhanyaḥ, you are blessed. Kṛtārthah, kṛtārthah, kritakritya, kṛtārtha, they are all synonyms kind of. You have done what you need to. That is not the sense we have to understand here. See, he has not gained the liberation now yet. He has not gained the knowledge yet. So kṛtārthah means you have done whatever you have to do as a human being. This is a question. You have to ask a question. Why did he say kṛtārthah? Because every idiot has this question: why am I born? What is the goal of my life? Why am I born? Why should I be born in this world? Why should I be born in this family? Etc. All these stupid questions. So the only answer is kṛtārthah. This is the answer. Meaning you are born because you have to gain liberation. The only goal of being born is to gain liberation. All that are lost here. If not you, there will be someone to fulfill that whatever, or fill up that gap. You don't have to be overstressed regarding that. Something or someone will take care of that kind of a thing. The only thing you have to do is liberation, to work for liberation. So, aho viveka. Ah. Aho means he is greatly overwhelmed. He says, what a viveka, discrimination you have. What kind of discrimination you have? Superb. Bravo. Aho viveka. Tava mahān śivaprasāda vidyate. And for you, śivaprasāda, the grace of Ishvara, the grace of God, mahān vidyate, you have in abundance. You have the grace of Ishvara in abundance. This is important. We have to understand that also. Because many of these half-baked Vedantins, they think that just by entering the knowledge without having any devotion to God, we can gain the liberation. No. Devotion to Ishvara, we Vedantins are not Ishvara Nirakaranavadis, Anishvaravadis. We don't say there is no Ishvara. No. We accept Ishvara. That is the beauty. We accept Ishvara before and after. We'll come to this later, but we accept Ishvara. That is the point. We don't negate the existence of Ishvara. Later, maybe we'll establish that the substratum for Ishvara and substratum for me are same, but we accept him. We'll come to this again later. Okay? Remember that. Mahān Śivaprasāda, you have a great grace. Without that grace, you cannot come to this understanding to gain the liberation. Vidyate yataha, because tvam prākṛtalokamārgaṃ visṛjya brahmāvagantuṃ yatase. Why do I say that you have a great blessing? You have great punya. Because tvam, you prākṛtalokamārgaṃ, prakrute bhava prākṛtam. Whatever is created by this prakriti, this nature. Lokamārgaṃ, the natural path of the world. People take the worldly things as their goal. But visṛjya, giving that up, giving the path of the worldly things, the materialistic things, materialistic gains, brahmāvagantuṃ yatase, you have put forth the effort, yata prayatne, you have put forth the effort to understand the self. Brahmāvagantuṃ. You have put forth the effort to understand the self. Therefore, you are blessed and you have a great amount of punya. Śivaprasāda. Why is Śivaprasāda, Ishvara Guru Prasāda? Why is that necessary? For that he says, śivaprasādena vinā siddhiḥ, śivaprasādena vinā buddhiḥ, śivaprasādena vinā yuktiḥ, śivaprasādena vinā muktiḥ. śivaprasādena vinā siddhiḥ, śivaprasādena vinā muktiḥ, buddhiḥ. śivaprasādena vinā yuktiḥ, śivaprasādena vinā muktiḥ. Without having the grace of Ishvara, you cannot have siddhi, buddhi, yukti or mukti. Siddhi. Siddhi means accomplishment. We are not talking about the supernatural powers or the ultimate siddhi, which is liberation, because mukti is the word which is referring to the liberation. So siddhi means any kind of effect to take place, any kind of result to take place in your life. You need the grace of Ishvara. So without the grace of Ishvara, you cannot gain anything. Nothing moves. Even an atom does not move without the grace of Ishvara. That is what is the clarity. Okay? So, śivaprasādena vinā buddhiḥ. Without the grace of Ishvara, this buddhi, this discriminative power, viveka, this jnana, this knowledge which you have, this clarity which you have gained now, that is impossible. Okay? śivaprasādena vinā yuktiḥ. Without the grace of Ishvara, you cannot even, when we say Shiva, when we say Ishvara, we don't refer to just Shiva as Shiva. Shiva can be, Shiva is a word which is used in Lalita, Vishnu Sahasrama, etc. Lalita Sahasrama, Shiva, it will be feminine case, that's all. Auspicious one. So it can be any form of God. We don't stick to this form or that form. Any form of God is okay for us. So Śivaprasāda, any God's form through which you gain the grace. That grace, without that yukti, the logic cannot be gained. We need logic for this magic to happen. Without logic, you cannot have this magic of liberation. It is impossible. People think, oh, we will study only the Prameya text without using our brains. That is impossible. Without using our brains, you cannot do the inquiry. Without inquiry, you cannot gain the liberation. That is impossible. You need to inquire. That is why we go into every step and every detail. It's spoon feeding kind of inquiry. So what you have to do is just listen to it and try to process it. So yuktiḥ, logic. See, the important thing is the yogis. They accept Shiva as their deity, as their god. The logicians, for that matter, they accept also as Shiva as their deity. In that sense, yesterday I was talking about the Prasādena, and in the Prasādena, the great triple Kranam, the final text is Khandana Khanda Kadya, written by Sri Harsha. There, in the Mangala Charana, in the invocation sloka, he says, Uma Anumaya Saha, that is the word I am going to take. Uma Anumaya Saha. Along with Uma and the Anuma. Anumaya means it can be interpreted in three ways. Anumaya, following it by me also. Okay. Then Anumaya through inference. But these are not important. These are just, he is asking the grace of Ishvara, who is with Uma. Uma means Parvati, his consort, Shiva's consort. He is asking for the blessing of Shiva, who is with his consort. But that Anumaya is a tricky word. I said already the two meanings. But that is not the meaning in which Sri Harsha uses it. He is using it in a very twisted, cunning way. He is actually blackmailing using that word. Don't think because you are happy with your consort and you can forget about me. Remember, Anumaya Saha, Anumaya, not that who is Uma. You are also with that one. That one who is not Uma, Parvati. I'll remind it to her, and there will be disturbance in your family. So, and Shiva says, oh, first let me bless this fellow and send him off. Okay. Your whatever you want, it will be blessed, it will be gained. Go. Why? Anuma. Uma means Parvati. Anuma means that who is not Uma. Means Ganga. Ganga is hidden in his matter locks. He is also living. Shiva is living with Parvati on one side and Ganga on his head. He is also living with Ganga. So if I remind your wife about that Ganga, then you are done. So please bless me. That's the kind of blackmail he is using. Anyway, so yuktiḥ. Without the Ishvara's gaze, you cannot gain the yukti. See, yukti is important. Yukti is not all important, but yukti is important. Because why yukti you have to say is, yukti is important. Without yukti, you cannot have the mukti. That is the logic we have, you say. Now, people will bring in all these stupid areas. Naisha matis tarkena apaneya. You cannot gain. Kathopanishad says, Naisha matihi tarkena apaneya. You cannot gain the knowledge, the liberation, matihi, this knowledge, through logic alone. That is what the statement says. But Bhagavan Bhashyakara also interprets it in another way. Apaneya, instead of apaneya, he says it as apaneya. Naisha matihi tarkena apaneya. This knowledge cannot be refuted. Apaneya means refuted. Apaneya means gained. Apple prapane, to gain. So you cannot gain the knowledge through this logic, but you cannot refute through logic this knowledge also. This knowledge cannot be refuted by logic. So that also is true. So you need logic, yukti. So without Ishvara's gaze, that yukti cannot be gained. And śivaprasādena vinā muktiḥ. Without Ishvara's grace, you cannot have the mukti also, liberation also. Okay. So yasya prasādena vimuktasaṅgāḥ śukādayaḥ saṃsṛtibandhamuktāḥ tasya prasādo bahujanmalabhyo bhaktyekagamyo bhavamuktihetuḥ yasya prasādena vimuktasaṅgāḥ śukādayaḥ saṃsṛtibandhamuktāḥ tasya prasādah bahujanmalabhyo bhaktyekagamyo bhavamuktihetuḥ yasya prasādena, through whose grace śukādayaḥ vimuktasaṅgāḥ, Shuka etc., Shuka Maharishi. So he, Vyasa's son, he came out of his mother's womb after 10 years. And even while in the womb, he was asking for this condition. If you want me to come out of the womb, you have to leave me alone. You should not compel me for marriage and all these things. You should have to leave me alone. So, vimuktasaṅgāḥ, sangha means association, attachments. Vimukta means liberated. They were liberated from the attachments. Vimuktasaṅgāḥ. Vimuktasaṅgāḥ means liberated from the eshana, the attachments. Eshana trayatyaga eva sannyasa. They have gained sannyasa. But nacha sannyasanaadeva siddhiṃ samāvapnoti. You cannot gain the accomplishment, the liberation, just through sannyasa alone. Just taking a ochre robe itself is not enough. He says that is why saṃsṛtibandhamuktāḥ. They were not just liberated from the attachments, they were liberated from the saṃsṛtibandha, the bondage of samsara. They were not just liberated from the bondage of attachments of these three attachments: son, wife, wealth, the world. They were also liberated from the samsara because of whose grace? Tasya prasādah bahujanmalabhyo. And his grace, it cannot be gained in one birth. This birth I am doing great tapas. No, that is not possible. That is why Yoga Sutra says, Nairantarya satkara sevito dhamhi. Dirghakala nairantarya satkara. Dirghakala, you have to practice it for a long time. Nairantarya, continuously, only then you will gain that grace. So, bahujanmalabhyo, it is gained in multiple births. Bhaktyekagamyo, and it can be gained only through the devotion. What is devotion? There are two ways to see. See, Ishvara is with me is a kind of devotion. But this is a more it will be like more of ego-centric than the devotion-centric. A devotee will not claim. Normally, we will just say also, okay, Ishvara is with me. Okay, that is okay. But the point is, that is if that is an understanding, that is okay. But if it is a claim, that is not okay. Ishvara is with me. That is a claim. That is an egotistical claim. So, what a devotee should feel is, I am with Ishvara. You should have to have the idea, devotee should have the idea that I am with Ishvara. Because you have to follow Ishvara. You should not make Ishvara follow you. Understand? Ishvara is with you, there is no doubt. But you should have to follow Ishvara. See, like there is a big dawn. You say, dawn is with me. Dawn is say, oh, who are you? But I am with dawn. Now, whether you are with dawn or not dawn, but touching you is touching dawn. So people will be afraid, and dawn is compelled to support you. So you have to have the devotee should have to have the idea that I am with Ishvara. Whatever is Ishvara's will is my will. That is the idea he should have to have. That's why he says, viveko jantūnāṃ prabhavati janiṣveva bahushu prasādadeva esha bahusu kṛtapākodaya paśāt yatastvam tvamapi paramārtha avagamane kṛtārambah pumsām idam iha vivekasya tu phalam. Vivekaḥ jantūnāṃ prabhavati. Janishu eva bahushu prasādād eva īśāt bahu sukrta pāka udaya vaśāt yatah tasmād eva tvam api paramartha avagamane krta ārambah pumsām idam iha vivekasya tu phalam. Yatah, just because of which jantūnāṃ bahush janishu eva, for any being in multiple births alone, bahu sukrta pāka vaśyāt, and multiple punyas when they start fructifying. Bahu sukrta means punya, pāka means fructification, udaya when it starts fructifying. When the multiple punya start, bahu sukrta, multiple punya start fructifying, the multiple punyas gained through multiple births start giving results. Because of that vashat, because of that eshat prasadadeva, because of that you gain the grace of Ishvara, grace of Guru. Only through that eva vivekaḥ prabhavati, you gain the viveka, discrimination. Okay. Now, tasmadeva, because of this reason, tvamapi, you too, paramartha avagamane, for the sake of understanding the truth, absolute self, krta ārambah, you have also begun. You have gained the grace of Ishvara, because of which you have begun the travel to gain the absolute self. Idam iha pumsam vivekasya phalam. This is what is the result of viveka in this world, to take the first step towards the knowledge. Now, martyatta siddherapi pumsta siddhehe vipratta siddhescha viveka siddhehe vadanti mukyam phalameva moksham vyartham samastam yadi chenna mokshaha. Now he is making something very clear. Martyatta siddhe api pumsta siddhehe vipratta siddhehe cha viveka siddhehe vadanti mukyam phalam eva mokshaha. Moksham vyartham samastam yadi chet na mokshaha. Martyatva siddhehe. Martyatva means being born as a mortal. Being born as a mortal, a jiva. Being born as a jiva. Also, pumsta siddhehe, being born as a human, in that too. In being born as a male species, pumsta siddhehe, a male species. We have discussed the advantages and disadvantages, whatever we have because of having a male body, etc. We have discussed this. So, any sadhaka, vipratta siddhehe. So that vipratta siddhehe means, vipra means Brahmin. Gaining the body of Brahmins. See, why is it important always? We keep repeating it again and again. I am repeating it again here also. A Brahmin's birth is gained because of a lot of punya. More punya, you gain Brahmin's birth. And that is why you see these people, the Brahmins, they may be very smart and very intelligent and in high position and all. They are very simple kind of people, innocent kind of people. Until they don't get into these worldly things and get corrupt and all that, they are very simple kind of. Even the corrupt Brahmins are simple kind of people also. I've seen enough people. So the thing is, they are very closer to Chitta Shuddhi. They have already gained the Chitta Shuddhi because of a lot of punya. They are very closer to Chitta Shuddhi, very closer to knowledge. Therefore, vipratta siddhe, any sadhaka, and any sadhaka who travels this path, he is closer to siddhi because he has started without the punya. You cannot start the travel in the path. Because he has started traveling the path, he should be understood as Brahmin here. What is a Brahmin? Brahma janati iti brahmana. Who is a Brahmana? Brahma janati veti vaiti. One who knows the Brahman is Brahmin. Now, one who desires to know the Brahman also is in that class. Okay? So, when we say Brahmin, we mean the sadhaka here. Okay? Now, viveka siddhehe. Viveka siddhehe. Viveka siddhi means the power of discrimination also. So, being born as a human jiva, being born as a male, being born as a Brahmin, being born as a person with a discrimination, mukhyam phalam. These are the main results. For all this, the main result. What is the main result? Mukhyam phalam. For all this. Okay, whether you are born as a human being or you are born as a Brahmin or you are born as a male or you are born with great discriminative power, etc. The main result for all this is a mokshameva vadanti. Is said to be liberation alone. Okay, I am born as a human being, I am born as a Brahmin, I am born as a male, and I have discriminative power, but I don't work for liberation. I don't want liberation. I'm not interested in liberation. I don't work for liberation. If you are in any of this class, he says, moksha yadi nachet, yadi moksha nachet. If you say, if you don't gain moksha, if you are not interested in moksha, any which way, samastam vyartham, all of them are useless. That is why he said, what is the reason for me to be born here? The only reason is liberation. If you are not in the path of liberation, then all that is useless. You have accomplished many great things, very many things, but they will all become useless. So, until now, the Guruji is extolling the disciples' thirst, desire for understanding the truth. Now he is coming to this. Prashnas samīcīnatarastava yadatmatatvavagamane pravurtihi tadastavaitat sakalam samūlam nivedayishyami muda shrunusva. Guruji is happy now. Prashnaha samīcīnataraha tava ayam yad atmatatvavagame pravurtihi tatah tava etat sakalam samūlam nivedayishyami muda shrunusva. Now Guruji says, tava ayam prashna, this question of yours, tava ayam, tava, yours, ayam, this prashna, question, this question of yours, samīcīnataraha, is a very good question. It's a better question than anyone. You have to understand, when the Guruji, see, until now he is extolling the disciple. What is there to extol the disciple? What is there? What is the reason for praising the disciple with all those eulogies? The thing is, we said you have to approach the Guru with a samit panis and with something. You should not go empty-handed. But Guruji is not sitting there waiting for you to bring something. Don't even think that whatever you bring will make him happy. That is not the case, because if it is not you, it is someone else. If it is not someone else, it will be some other else. So there is always someone to do something. It is not that only I can do. There is no ego necessary for those kind of things. Okay. Now, he is happy because Guruji is sitting there waiting for this person with a desire for knowledge, liberation. When he sees that kind of person there in front of him, he sees his own self there. He sees himself there. He does not see a disciple as a disciple. He sees himself. Oh, this is how I also was. Oh, very good. I'm happy. Oh, like I gained, I want this fellow to gain the truth also. But what happens is, when they come, they'll all have this great ideas of gaining liberation and all. But over the period, due to the attraction for the world and worldly things, due to, say, after some time, they'll first listen to Guruji and then make Guruji listen to them. The thing is, they start politics. Once they enter politics, over. There is no Guru-disciple relationship possible there, because you are a politician now. So, samīcīnataraha, that is why he says, your question is very good. Better. It's a better question. Yadu atmatattva avagame pravritti, because your question is regarding the knowledge of the self. Because there are very rare people who come to Guru for the knowledge of self. And you have come for that. I am very happy. Tataha muda tava etat sakalam samulam nivedishyami. Therefore, I am very happy. Muda means muda harshe. He is very happy. Very happily, with joy, tava, to you, etat sakalam samulam. All this, sakalam, all this, samulam, with root, means with clarity. I am going to explain everything with clarity, with nuances, with all the inner details, without leaving anything. So, what should you do? What is the disciple's role here? So, he says, shrunushva. Shrunushva. Listen to me. Carefully listen to me. That is the only thing which a disciple is required to do. And Guruji will explain Sakalam Samulam. The thing is, everything the Guruji will take care of. You should have to do that. You should have done that. The idea of Guruji doing everything is observe. Without you putting forth any effort, Guruji did everything for his own liberation. And Guruji will do for your liberation. Then what will you do? Think is, I want to be Guruji. Without being a good disciple, you cannot be a good Guru. It is impossible. So, for being a good disciple, you have to listen. I will say everything. I will do everything. But not what Guruji says. That is not possible. So, he says, Sakalam Samulam. I am going to explain everything in detail to you. Shrunusva. Listen. Don't let your mind roam here and there. Listen carefully. Be focused, because you have to, Shravana means you have to inquire alongside. Inquire into whatever Guruji is teaching, not something else. So, and Guruji is also doing the inquiry for you. So, you have to just listen to it carefully and process it. That's all you have to do. That is the only thing you have to do. Listen to Guruji. That's all. And before I was explaining, see, we don't negate Ishvara before liberation or after liberation. We accept Guru and Ishvara to be one, and na advaitam Guru na saha. We don't use the Advaita, you and I are one with Guru. Never. Even after liberation. That is why we say, Govindam tamaham vande. I am saluting to my Guru Govinda. Govinda Bhagavad Pada. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says. So, we never negate it. We never negate the existence of Ishvara in that form. We see Ishvara as self. We don't see anything other than self. That is the beauty. Okay? Remember that. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.